cool, tough guy of the team. That's very obviously what they're trying to sell you. The problem is he talks like a pirate. And I mean in the stereotypical way.
Argy, matey.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I think he is supposed to be a pirate.
Like,
as well.
I mean, I understand, yes, he's part of Ifrit's Pirates, but did they really have to go with the fucking Like, even Final Fantasy V knew to avoid that, you know? Like,
They did a little bit, but they didn't go overboard with the pirate
like the
talk.
very first line out of Aizen you hear in this demo is "I," and I'm like, oh god, please no. So I'm like, all right, well, playing this in Japanese, fucking, like, just.
Which, in the demo, they do the same thing as Zestiria, where you have to choose it in the beginning, which I'm still not entirely sure why they did that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I guess maybe there's a script difference, maybe. I doubt it, but maybe it at least gives off the illusion that there might be some differences for them to make you choose what voice language you want in the beginning.
Right.
Go ahead.
But it didn't make a difference, though, because the subtitles were the same no matter what.
Speaking of which, because I'll go ahead and say it, like, obviously, I like the game, obviously. If you've followed my channel, or if you've been listening, you know this. I didn't really like the way the script was handled. I felt like Rokuro was the only interesting character to listen to in terms of dialogue. I felt like he had a bit... That's maybe a little harsh, but I felt like he had probably the most dynamic range of diction, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I feel like, and I feel like just the script, I mean, again, like, I think part of my issue was that I was watching a skit that in the game it's probably going to happen a bit later. We don't know when this is going to take place. So maybe at this point we would know the characters by now, so maybe to us, since we've known these characters for a while, it'll sound more like, oh yeah, that's how he talks. But I felt like it just felt very kind of simple, sort of function over form, which in writing is not necessarily the best thing. It's sort of in a situation where it's correct, but it's not right, if it makes any sense. And I felt like... I just felt like it wasn't really fun to listen to, and I felt like they were sort of hinting stuff with Eleanor that I didn't understand, and Lafayette had some sort of like weird dialogue choices with weird expressions. I'm just like, I'm getting mixed messages here. So he's all like,
I can see why you would feel that way, Eleanor.
And I think it might be the same chick who's voicing Dende, and it sounded like that way to me. Definitely a female. I think in Japanese it's also a female voicing Lafayette.
Yeah.
But I just feel like so far the script, like, because I feel like in the previous Tales games, like, you know, whether or not you like the characters or not, I felt like the scripts were very kind of stylized and very personable while still staying accurate to the original Japanese. And I felt like it was all really fun to listen to, especially as Asteria was a lot of fun, and Exilia and Graces, and even older ones like Abyss. I felt like had pretty good stuff. Whereas I feel like here so far it seems like not really digging it. Again, I'll have to see how things go. But for this skit and the one following it, I felt like I'm not really enjoying it as much as I did Zestiria or other Tales games.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And considering the fact that Zestiria was technically the first Tales of the Abyss game, or Tales
the first
game
Tales
I
of the
beat.
Abyss.
The first Tales of the Abyss.
Sorry, it's 12:30. I'm tired, but yeah, it's far different from Zestiria, even being the fact that it's a part of the same world as Zestiria.
Yeah.
It's two completely different things, almost.
When I played the PC version, the game